welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Taylor and today we're reacting to Kelly Clarkson's Chemistry Deluxe album. But before we hop in the video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you love all things music. I did react to the original Chemistry album from Kelly Clarkson that released earlier this year, and I'll link that up here. But on this deluxe version, we have 8 deluxe tracks, but 1, 2, 3 of those are live versions / remixes, so I won't be reacting or ranking those here. Technically, I have heard the deluxe track Roses, but I can't really remember anything about it, so I will react to that in this video. So that makes us 5 songs that we will be reacting to today, and we'll see if this somehow shifts my original ranking for the album. Of these 5 tracks, I'm most excited to hear track 17, You Don't Make Me Cry, featuring River Rose, because if you didn't know, that's her daughter, who I think is really young, so I'm curious to see how she integrates onto this track. Like always, due to copyright, things will likely be sped up. So without further ado, let's listen to track 15, I Won't Give Up.
It took a minute, forgiveness and work, but I didn't know I'm standing here. Almost gave into the dark, but it turns out the light in me won't disappear.
So from what we've heard so far, obviously she's talking about how the darkness almost overtook her, but it turns out the light was bigger than the darkness and that she was able to pull through this tough and trying time. And obviously she's coming to the realization that these two people are not meant to be together.
And I won't let all the damage of what we were define what I deserve. I won't give up, I won't give up, I won't give up, I won't give up, even if it kills me not.
So obviously, like what I talked about before, this song is all about how she won't give up on herself, but she did say she is giving up on the image of you and I, and how she's not going to let the broken pieces of this relationship take over and define who she is and how she sees a lot ahead of her. I'm really loving this one. Obviously, sonically, Kelly Clarkson knows how to hit a note. You'll hear me say that multiple times in this video and the last video if you go back and watch that. Sounds great, sounds beautiful, definitely continue the themes of the album. Considering it ended with That's Right and That's Her, like, moving on song, I think this one is definitely a good continuation of that song.
Kingdoms are built to protect what's within, but your walls were built to stay for me.
I love that line. Kingdoms are built to protect what's within, but your walls are too steep for me. It's like you built them so high that no longer were you just protected. You were blocked off from the rest of the world and my love, and I could no longer, like, fight that battle trying to tear them down.
I can't be the one who's lonely for you. No, you're not the one I need.
I love how she switched that pre-chorus, so, like, I can't be the one who's lonely for you. She's like, I'm looking for a home, and you didn't provide that, so I'm gonna go out and find that within myself. I love the ending of that song where she's like, I'm at the bottom, but I won't give up. I'm like, we all deserve love. I'm trying to remember the last line, but now I can't remember. My brain is obviously already yeeted that information out of my head. But yeah, we're just going to move on to the next song because if you can't tell already, apparently me being able to think today is not on the agenda. Up next is in the 16th track, Did You Know?
Did you know I was a goonie, and my favorite color's green, and the life ain't like the movies, we're living proof of that it seems. Did you know
I don't know what that instrumental sound, whatever was at the beginning of that took me by surprise, and she's just doing a lot of things like, did you know I danced with Swayze every night when I was 10? It's like, did you know I was a goonie? She's definitely giving us 80s and 90s references here, obviously, because that's when she grew up. And she's like, did you know, like, my favorite song was, like, Jagged Little Pill? Did you know we love the boy bands? I don't know if this is a song of, like, talking about, like, did you know these things that I liked? Or did you know that I'm, like, a badass? I mean, could be both. Obviously, we are hitting notes here. That high note, lovey. Love it. I mean, the last song, you know, with a bang vocally, I'm gonna guess this one's gonna hit us vocally as well, so.
you should have just listened to me? You know it's not fair. What you're asking of me? You said I was giving up, I was doing showing up. I can take a little, but you took all the hands on. Did you really know me, boy?
Like I said, it's did you really know me, boy? You should have tried listening. You, like, said I was the problem, but really not. I mean, Okay, I understand why this one didn't make the album because I think this is definitely sonically different from the vibe of the original album, so she probably wanted that level of cohesion. But I'm a little pissed that it didn't make the album because damn, is this a banger of a song. I love a little bit of a pettiness. I love a little like, did you really though? Well, maybe it's not even petty. It's just like really like a matter of fact song where it's just like getting to the point with that like strong. This is a song that I definitely am going to be listening to on repeat.
Did you know I loved you so? Wished you believed me then. I never wanted to go, but I deserve more than a ring on my hand.
I love in the bridge she talked about how, did you even know that I loved you? And then the whole point of the like chorus is like, you said I was giving up when you wanted to start, trying. And it's like, no. I was like, I've literally been present this entire time and you were just not paying attention until the last possible second. It's like basically you don't know what you have until you lose it. And this is her basically saying that like you did not pay one iota of attention to me, so why the hell do you think anything would be different now? But up next is track 17, the song that I'm most interested to hear, which is You Don't Make Me Cry, featuring River Rose, aka her little baby. Or not baby, she's probably older than that, but little child. So I'm curious to see what she sounds like.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, ga, ga, ga. Da, 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 da. I don't know the time.
Alright, so obviously it was kind of a bit of like a Taylor Swift Gorgeous situation where she had Blake Lively's like daughter like open up with little like words, but in this case she's like River's opening up with just like a little bit of some modified singing, or at least there's some vocal effects on top of that singing. So that was cute. I wonder if that's gonna continue throughout.
I don't even know why my name's in your mouth, but I think I'm getting to the truth. If you're in it for me, nothing you say is a fool, I might have fallen for it too, but I'm not, so you can go away. I ain't falling for you, can make me cry, and I cry at everything. You don't make me feel, and I feel more than most. Now that says something, doesn't it? So
excuse me, another banger, another bop of a song. Like she's talking about in that first verse how it's like maybe when she was younger she would have fallen for this BS. But now that she's older, she's like, I'm done with like your cries, your pleas, your obvious manipulation / like whatever attempts here. And then in the chorus, she's like, you don't make me cry. And I cry at everything. Like literally she's going in this about how like I feel so much, like I cry a lot. Like it does not take a lot for me to like be persuaded towards the emotional side of things. And I literally feel nothing towards you or with you. I mean, we all know Kelly Clarkson is a very emotional person. She has stated this and has like shown this a lot throughout her career. I mean, I don't know what her sign is. I feel like she's got to be a water sign, aka me, Pisces. I don't know. I'll look that up after this. But like, I'm getting it. Like, these are my water sign girlies. These are my water sign girlies who feel absolutely too much. My Pisces, my Cancers, maybe my Scorpios. Now they feel a lot, but usually they feel like a different way. Who knows? But I just love the whole concept of the song of just like, listen, it really isn't that hard to make me feel something, and you really have absolutely no ability to do that. So their problem seems to lie with you, babes.
all the shade you throw my way, I've been thinking about my words, and it costs a lot more than the booze. I'm sure it's putting your demons first. Yeah, I said it in.
I know my worth, and I'm sure it costs more than the booze that you're drinking to kind of drown yourself in. Well, that was a line. That was a line. I did not quote it properly because, again, brain not working today. But damn.
Every time I think you're on my side, gotta check my back for the dagger you're hiding. Every little jab of the anger inside, eyes open wide. No, you don't make me cry.
She had a little girl end with the end. That's cute. I can definitely see why at least these last three didn't necessarily make the original album, because either sonically they don't quite fit the flow of the album, or like with Why I Won't Give Up, I think this also kind of has similarities to some of the songs on the album. But I love how she called back to her song High Road in this, you don't make me cry, like I'll take the high road and stuff like that. But up next is track 18, Goodbye. Ooh, the sun has decided to show up for the day. So if it's a little brighter than usual, that's why. But up next is the song Goodbye. I'm surprised because of the 19 that are like full-length songs and not just like remixes / live performances, Goodbye is not the closing. Roses is the closing. And I feel like in my head, Goodbye would be the closing. But let's see what it sounds like.
Just join me. you try. I am a flame that doesn't die. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Okay, so really the whole concept of this song is like, I gave you all this and I won't do it anymore, so I'm saying goodbye to you. In the title of the song, if you couldn't tell sonically, this is not usually my vibe. It's definitely a little bit more of a slow, like, I wouldn't say somber, but it's just like a slow, smoother jam, which is not necessarily my vibe. Like I said, everyone knows that I prefer slightly more upbeat, slightly angrier, slightly bolder productions and songs. So we'll see if this progresses towards anything else. But so far, I'd say this probably will be ranking lower of the 5 new ones.
Between you and me, you know I try.
Well, one can say, even if this is not necessarily my most vibiest song for me, we love the grammar that I just put into that sentence there. Those notes, oh god, the run, beautiful.
Thought you were different, but you had your name. Out in my heart, I'm a sucker for pain. I feel it. You're not what you say.
Miss Clarkson, what was that note? What was that? Like, come on.
I get this one line.
I don't know if I reacted too much to lyrical content on that because I was too distracted by the vocals. But up next is the last track we'll be reacting to for today, and that is Roses.
Your hand, I held it and I felt it slipping over time. Some things you just can't hide. It's too late for roses, they'll die in a day. You can't put a band-aid on the way that we're breaking. It's too late for diamonds, they all come with chains. So
The whole concept is basically kind of like what she said in Did You Know? And I feel like You Don't Make Me Cry. Basically a whole lot of the stuff where it's talking about like he came in at the last moment and trying to woo her and everything with like roses and expensive things. But she's like, don't even bother spending your money on it. It's just going to be a waste because nothing is going to revive what this once was. And it sounds really good. I definitely think Did You Know and You Don't Make Me Cry are still up there for these bonus tracks, but we'll see.
and every day I miss you less. How does that feel till there's nothing even left? Like your flowers we tried. I don't like your kind of love. There's nothing to say. Keep it
And she essentially reiterated in the bridge basically how she's like, we're basically as dead as the roses you tried to send. Our relationship gone, dried up. Sayonara, goodbye. And yeah, and that's the way the new Deluxe album ends. So let's go through and rank it. So I believe I'm probably just going to rank the 5 bonus tracks that we reacted to today, because trying to go through and rank a 19-track album tends to be interesting. And plus these songs kind of do, I can see why sonically or like content-wise it didn't necessarily fit the vibe of the album she was going to, so I'm going to rank them as a separate entity from the album. But it's probably been a few days since I listened to this album, and here is what my preliminary / current ranking of these 5 bonus tracks are. If Did You Know and You Don't Make Me Cry aren't at the top, I'd be absolutely surprised, and I imagine Goodbye will probably be on the bottom, but who knows. Let me know what your favorite bonus track was from this album. Let me know if your chemistry ranking has changed since the original release, and what would you like me to react to next.